Hello, everyone. My name is Chris Godby, and I'm a research analyst covering technology and communication services at Johnson Investment Counsel, and this is the JIC Research Edge. I'm joined today by Joe Edelstein, who covers the consumer sectors for JIC. Over the years, JIC has expanded out of the tri-state area, covering Metro Cincinnati, and expanded into Columbus, Cleveland, Dayton, and Detroit. We serve clients across the United States working out of these locations. In our region, we're blessed to have a number of public companies in a wide variety of industries. Today, we've established the Research Edge 40, which is an index of S&P 500 companies in Ohio, Kentucky, Indiana, and Michigan to help track those firms. Joe and I are going to give some quick highlights on a few of those Research Edge 40 firms today, and then the remainder of the JIC research team will chime in with thoughts on some others in the future. One quick note before we get started. This discussion is merely meant as an introduction to a few of the firms in the Research Edge 40. It is not meant as a buy or sell recommendation for any of the firms that we discuss today. Now, Joe, with that out of the way, consumer is 25% of the Research Edge 40. What names would you like to highlight?
So across our geographies, there are retailers, restaurants, manufacturers, consumer product companies. But today I thought I'd just highlight three of those. Near Detroit, there's of course Ford and General Motors, but also BorgWarner, which is a tier 1 auto supplier. The company is really well known for its turbochargers, which helps fuel efficiency on combustion engines. But of course, the auto industry is moving more towards hybrids and electrics. To that point, Borg just recently announced an acquisition of Delphi Technologies, really to push forward on its power electronic capability. So it'll be an interesting name to watch as that deal plays out. Another company I want to highlight is the Smucker company, which is headquartered in Orrville, Ohio, about an hour from Cleveland. Now, many of you, of course, will recognize that business for the jams and jellies business that they operate, but they're also a big player in coffee and pet food.
The company is led by Mark Smucker, who is the 5th generation Smucker to lead the business.
5 generations of Smucker control. That's really incredible. But switching gears away from Smucker and focusing on Cincinnati, what companies would you highlight in the region?
Here in Cincinnati, we have Procter & Gamble, as well as Kroger.
Both companies have been major beneficiaries of consumers spending more time at home during the COVID environment. But just to focus on Kroger for a minute, the company saw same-store sales growth of 19% in the first quarter. To give more context, consumer spending on food at home averaged around 48% of overall food spend in 2019. But COVID drove a significant swing in spending back to the grocery and at-home channels, which jumped up to a high of 66% in April of this year. Kroger stock has performed well as a result.
And Chris, as the technology and communication services analyst here at JIC, what are some of the companies within our regions that stand out to you?
Well, Joe, the problem is they're not standing out, they're disappearing. So just in the Cincinnati area here recently, we've seen WorldPay as well as Cincinnati Bell taken out via acquisition. In fact, the company that was the lone Research Edge 40 stock when the year began was Alliance Data Systems, which recently switched its headquarters location to Columbus from Plano, Texas. Now they've even vanished from the Research Edge 40 as well. ADS was removed from the S&P 500, making the stock no longer eligible for the Research Edge 40 index. Regardless, ADS remains an important regional company, so let's discuss it. Alliance Data Systems develops and manages private label credit card programs for retailers such as J.Crew and Ulta, among many others.
So Chris, I understand that Alliance Data stock has actually struggled here recently. What's been going on there?
Yeah, Joe, unfortunately, it's been a tough few years for the stock. Alliance Data's core credit card business has struggled as its mall-based retail customers have lost revenue to e-commerce. In addition to that, the company is now on its 3rd CEO in just the past 2 years. The COVID-19 pandemic made a difficult situation worse for ADS as brick-and-mortar businesses were forced to shut down due to COVID-19, driving lower spending under ADS's credit card programs. The COVID-19 impact forced management to both suspend the company's buyback program as well as its dividend. So while ADS is certainly facing headwinds, the company remains a market leader in the private label credit card market, so it's definitely got that going for it. In addition, the new CEO brings significant experience and fresh thinking to the firm. He'll need to ensure that the company continues to refocus on its core card business and stabilize the firm in a post-pandemic world.
Well, Chris, that's really great insight. Appreciate your time and really want to thank you all for watching today. If you happen to have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to your portfolio manager here at Johnson. Thanks and have a great day.
Thank you.